Alright, welcome back to our channel. My name is Teacher Smith and today we are back with an interesting video. So let's just have a look at the question. Here the question says, there were some mangoes in a fruit shop. Samuel sold 2/5 of the original number on Monday and 5/6 of the remaining on Tuesday. The number of mangoes left is 35. We need to find out the total number of mangoes he had. Now at first the question is about mangoes. Wow, I just love mangoes. Now regarding the mangoes, what happens is, at first there were some number of mangoes. Now Samuel sells 2/5 of the mangoes on Monday, and then from the remaining mangoes he sells 5/6 on Tuesday. And after selling on Monday and Tuesday, on Tuesday itself, at the end, he has 35 mangoes that are left out. The question is asking, what is the total number of mangoes Samuel had at first? Now currently when we look at the questions here, it's about fraction. We can observe there's 2/5, 5/6. So whenever we have question based on fraction, what's the first thing that we do to visualize this? Oh, very good. What we can do is we can try to think about drawing a model in which we can visualize it. So let's say this is the number of mangoes that are present. Now at first on Monday he sells 2/5. Now 2/5 means there are 2 parts out of total 5 parts. So if the total number of parts are 5, this means the model I have to divide in how many parts? Perfect. We have to divide it in 5 parts. And on Monday, how many parts did he sell? Perfect, just 2 parts. So here this 2 parts I'll shade and then I'll highlight it with Monday. Now the question says, and 5/6 of the remaining on Tuesday. 5/6. This means the total number of parts has to be 6, out of which 5 he sells. But it says 5/6 of the remaining. Now regarding the remaining there are how many parts? We can see there are just 3 parts. But from the fraction we can observe it should be 6. So this 3, can we convert this 3 parts into 6 parts? Is it possible? We can convert 3 parts into 6 parts. But how? Perfect. Divide each part into 2. So let's try to divide each part into two parts. So here we can observe now we have 6 of the following parts. And out of the 6 of the following parts, how many of the parts did he sell on Tuesday? Perfect. It's 5/6. This means 5 of the following parts are sold. So I'll highlight 5 here and we'll mark it Tuesday, that is here. And then after selling on Monday and Tuesday, the question says the remaining number of mangoes are nothing but 35. So here the remaining is nothing but just 1 unit, 1 part. So here I'll label it as 35. Now the question is asking, what is the number of mangoes that he had? Now regarding the number of mangoes, we can observe the parts that are present. We can observe this is 1 complete part. That is 1 unit. This is another unit, another. But we can observe here this unit and this unit is the size same. So here we cannot count directly the number of units. So what we can do? Can we convert the bigger part into the smaller units of this size? Perfect. Just like what we did here. Every part divided into 2 units. The same thing we can divide every part into 2 more units and it looks something like this. Now can we count the total number of units? Let's go. So here the total number of units that are present is, there were 5 big parts. And each big part I converted into 2 more parts. 5. So it's nothing but 5 times 2. Each part is divided into 2 parts. So 5 times 2 is nothing but 10 units. Value of 1 unit, we know that is 35 from here. So the number of mangoes are 10 units. That is 10 times 35, which is 350. So what we can understand from the question? We can observe here the question was particularly based on fraction. So whenever we see fraction, what's the first thing we should do to visualize it? Perfect. We should draw a model. Then whenever there is different number of whole parts, we can observe there were 3 parts, but I have to convert 3 parts into 6 units. So when we have to convert parts into units, we can cut the model into equal number of parts. So these are the two things that we can understand. First, whenever there is a whole that we have to find out of a small part, the best thing we can do is first draw out a model, and then we can divide the model into equal number of parts based on the requirement of the question. So that completes the explanation for the question of whole to find out the number of that are holes present using part. Now, if you have any other doubt except this question, you can scan the QR code. You can post your doubts in our P2 P3 study group and I'll help you to solve the question. For now, I'm Teacher Smith signing off right now, but I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.